Hello and welcome again to Not Fake News. Don't forget to share, subscribe, smash that like button. Unless you like being lied to, other than that, then stick around. Might learn something.
Well, a major police department has come out and issued a public statement via Twitter concerning actors hired by the Democratic Party, Soros's Open Society Foundation, and others for the Charlottesville race riots that happened.
Hold on. So what I was saying this entire week is true? Oh my goodness. My intuition is dead on. I am amazing.
Tragically, 1 week ago today, last Saturday, in Charlottesville, Virginia, they've issued a shocking statement that we're going to show you here from the major police department's own Twitter in a moment. But first, I want to give you some background. I said last Saturday, covering in live streams, we had reporters there on the ground, Gavin Wentz and Millie Weaver did a great job, that this was probably a real riot going on, but the Democrats and other groups, liberal groups, Southern Poverty Law Center, liberal Jewish groups, and others have been caught even this year staging attacks on synagogues, cemeteries, and things to blame it on Trump. That's been in the news. We'll show you articles if you want to see it. They then misrepresented that and said that I said actors were there and it was all fake. Never said that. It was just fake quotes they put together. Notice you didn't see any video of that. It was in every newspaper in the country. This is what they do. They deceive. They divide the country. They can't fight real liberals like me, real constitutional, classical liberals, so they just deceive. I didn't know what this kicked off, though, because it caused people to investigate. Because folks know I'm credible, so people thought, well, it must be true if the media is attacking Alex for it, because he always, ends up being right. I didn't even say that. People went and investigated and found the Craigslist ads, and even Snopes says, well, it's inconclusive. They can't even whitewash it, and they're funded by Soros again on record and spend their money on hookers and all this other weird crap. But the point is that even when they lie about me, it turns out true. And they caught the actual group that's funded by Hillary and that she used for her fake town halls. This is mainstream news.
What?
But it's mainstream news weeks before it happened. They talked about how this group was being hired to create the Antifa and was paying $25 an hour. This is wild. So I didn't even say that the way they said it. But then people investigated. And now it's all coming down their face, and a major police department has now put out a response. So let's go ahead and go over some of this. This all kicked off yesterday, and by the way, this was not staged. I'm going to do another video on it later. When this individual, we don't know his real name, he's got a fake name.
Oh, I know his name. It's Stupid Idiot Doofus Loser. And again, I'm there on the street. This guy comes over and attacks me and throws coffee on my face. And MSM lies again and says that I chased him. No, one guy said F you, and I just ran over and said, oh, really? Tell me what you think. That guy left. Then this guy said F you. I came over to him. He attacked me, threw coffee in my face. This was not staged. But the Seattle Police Department put out a tweet saying, oh, we don't even know it's real. Maybe it's actors making a... I'm thinking it was actors from the left who have people follow him around and do things like that. The reason I'm saying this is he also had someone else walk up to him in Seattle. And the guy walked up and he was really tall and he had a white shirt on and he looked like he was shaking, like he was so angry at Alex, and he was standing and he's like, what are you doing here? Why are you in Seattle? What are you doing? He's like, this is a free country, he said, Alex said. He goes, no, what are you doing here? What? And then he goes, well, I'm exposing people like, not like you, but, what's going on in the Democratic Party and the deep state and the elites. And the guy goes, yeah, well, good luck with that. And he turns around and he has El Parato something USA, something like that, El Parano. And he has a shirt, and it looked, and he just stood there at the light, and it was like a 30-second commercial for this Spanish company, organization that teaches you how to speak English. And I looked into that. I'm just saying, I looked into that, and I noticed. I thought maybe I'd see his face on there or something, like he's the president. But he was young, so I don't know. It was very strange. I found out that that this company was built in 1957. Very young, very a long time ago. So, I don't know, that guy seemed very upset. That guy, maybe they're people sent by them. Maybe they're there for that reason. Because all day long, he just got treated really nice by people. People were like, wow, hi, love you, can I take a picture? They loved him. So these weirdos don't fit.
Joke, I guess, out of the situation in Charlottesville. Look, I never called the police about this because I know there's not really a real police department here in Seattle. It's a globalist SJW operation that helps states WTO operations and other stuff. And I understand, I've had your former police chief on who actually apologized about it. So, listen, I understand this is a no-go zone for free Americans and free speech. I mean, I understand this is a place where citizens get bullied and attacked. That's why I'm here to illustrate how this is basically like an Islamic enclave now. But that the liberals have taken on that very behavior. I'm sure acid attacks are next. That the left has actually adopted now in England, not just Muslims, but the left against their opposition. There's like 7, 8 acid attacks every weekend now on people, on women that don't go with thug mobs and just throw acid in their face. And then even the feminists scream Allah Akbar when it happens. I mean, it's weird, sick Stockholm stuff. But I don't want to digress here. I want to give you the big news. This basically flushed them out. And so the police department, came out and made a sick joke about it. And the national news picked it up. Seattle PD trolls Alex Jones with their tweet. But here it is from July in the Daily Caller. Crowds on Demand provides clients with fake protesters, including Antifa and Hillary Clinton. Here's their company. And we've also got breakdowns on their own company website about how they work for Hillary Clinton and the Democrats and their talent. You can then see at these different events around the country and different riots. And their services are available across the country.
Crowds on Demand.
They even say in their press releases for agitation at these events, crowdsondemand.com. And again, as I was saying earlier, even Snopes can't say this isn't true. They just say, oh, we can't prove one way or the other if they actually staged Charlottesville. We're not saying this company staged Charlottesville. Well, I never even said that we're actors in Charlottesville for sure. I just said it should be investigated so that they misrepresented in the news what I'd said. But here's PolitiFact. PolitiFact, no backing for Alex Jones' Charlottesville theory that there were actors there. So they debunked something I didn't say, but even the debunking then turns out to be false because it's true. There were actors there, and they confirmed and put ads out and did it. Here it is. Was a crowd hired company involved in protests. Okay, and then here's Snopes saying they don't know. It's unproven. It's inconclusive. Because what are they going to do? The company admits they were hiring for it and did all that. I mean, here's one going back. 800 hire a crowd. The business of generating fake enthusiasm from flash mobs to the campaign trail. This is the Atlantic, and it's talking about the Democratic Party and companies they hire right in here. But then it also talks about do Republicans do it? And it says that Barack Obama did it. I mean, go read the article. And Crowds for Hire is in here, and it admits they mainly work with the Democrats. I mean, look, 1-800 hire a crowd. So they've got a big problem here. And what's crazy is I'm going to shoot a video later about the identity of the guy that attacked me that we discovered. And I'm going to go back out on the streets again today and just peacefully talk and see if I get attacked again. Because is this like an Islamic ghetto enclave or Nazi Germany where there's no free speech? Because, I am a true classical liberal. I believe in open, true, free societies. I believe people being able to come here who actually want to live in a free society, but not to bring in Sharia law. And the left is so desperate that they want to ally with Islam. The UN is allied with Islam, radical Orthodox Islam that throws gays off buildings and acid in women's face and does all this, and they never respond to this. The left just goes, F you, Nazi. When it was the Nazis that were allied with Islam in World War II, and it was their main financier that was a Nazi collaborator. It's crazy, the mental illness. But here's the good news. Even the AP has a big report out today saying this race baiting and this anti-American stuff and this anti-white stuff is backfiring on the leftists who are mainly white, who are leading it, but who are anti-Anglo-Saxon, Protestant, basically. That's what it is. That's why everybody that's into saying whites are evil, whites are bad, get rid of white people, white culture is evil. I mean, you see it everywhere. Shut up, white people. I mean, it's all over the news. Whites are inherently bad. Get rid of them. Genocide the whites. If you're a white woman, abort your white baby. Major feminist magazines. People see this true hate that the globalists were going to launch, but they launched earlier than they should have demographically. I was just reading in The Economist magazine, they admitted they were setting up a race demographic system to end the West and to actually target white people, that it's white people that own and run it. But again, they're the elites. They're dominating. This is all admitted. But they said we launched too early. And even the AP says you launched too early. So what it is people like Jack Stratton, the guy that attacked me with the hot coffee and threatened to hit me and all this other stuff, when he said F you and did like this and then came over and bumped into me, and I was just saying, intellectually tell me what you want. Jack Stratton's not his name. But he picks the most waspish name he can get because it's existential. The projection is he hates himself. And it's all these guys always have super wasp names when it's probably like, Guido Bombardo or something. And be proud of your name. Well, I mean, what? He's probably like Colombian or something? I mean, just be proud of that, okay? And the whole issue is that I'm sitting here just trying to cover terror attacks that injured hundreds of people in Barcelona and the attacks on the seaside town the same night. And now 7 stabbed, people dying in Russia, knife attacks all over Germany, all over France yesterday. There's like something like 60-something people stabbed in the last 2 days. And I'm just out there in America on a street corner, not even a crowded street corner, in Seattle, and 2 guys walk by. One goes, F you, kind of goes like this. So I went, oh, yeah, here I am. Okay, I'll run over here. Finally, one of you guys actually talk. Don't just say F you, because you're so intellectual. And then another guy runs over, goblins over, and starts bumping into me and all this stuff. It was so comical, and I felt sorry for the guy. I instantly did data analysis. I said, I bet this guy's a failed comedian. I bet he's got a fake wasp name. I mean, it's just a type. I bet he lives in a cockroach apartment. I bet he's been in all sorts of failed media. And then they found the guy. I'm going to do a video on him later. And it was like, you know how painful it is to just instantly be looking at this guy who sees me as superior because he has a self-loathing, and I'm not superior because I'm an Anglo-Saxon Protestant. I mean, I want you to be touch the stars, but he wants to be me, so he wants to tear it down, even though he runs it, and this is an open culture, and the West was open and free. He has to call it racist and bad and evil because he's 4'9", and
yeah, he was real.
His teeth are black, and he is grungy, and here in a city known for heroin, known for losers, known for failure. A nice city, some nice people as well, but you see the hate, you see the grunge, you see the depression, you see the failure. But he's Jack Stratton, which we've actually got a family named Stratton. It's so funny, but that's on my mom's side of the family. It's like, it's like, wow, bro, you're not a Stratton, okay? And the thing is, I don't even want to be all that stuff. I don't sit here and tell you about family that founded Texas or the country or any of that. And I know you're pissed. I know you want to pull down the old markers of what you came and basically infested, and now you want to piss all over. Well, here's the good news. The shining-eyed Japanese folks I see in the city, every one of them I walk by is a big listener and loves me. Chinese folks, old folks, black folks, they all love me. Anybody that's smart, good-looking, got something going on, they're like, Alex Jones, yeah, I appreciate you. Glad somebody's making sense. I'm right, yeah. It's all on video, live feeds. Hey, good to see you. Hey, what do you think about this? Hey, well, everything's great. Oh, wow. What's a good restaurant? Fantastic. And then they're just like, hell yeah, F you, I'm Stratton, I'm a Stratton. Not Stratton, bro, you're the Penguin. You understand that? And again, then they even talk about, maybe we should call the police on him for chasing him down. I did, and the guy goes, F you, and I was like jumping around, and I think, well, finally I've got a confident goblin on my hands. One that will actually approach and talk. And I'm instantly scanning. Failed comedian, failed actor, because they all are, it's not hard. Okay, probably 45, 46, 47, really starting to get depressed. Hates me, subconsciously jealous that all his icons attack me on all the major comedy shows every week. Okay, absolutely. Could be dangerous. But he probably just wants to pull a stunt to look good for his friends, but then get out of here. Instant analysis. And I even told Zimmerman, I said, he's going to end up being some failed, guy. Oh, then that's the next spin. The next spin is that The next spin is that it's fake because the guy's an actor. You can't swing a stick down here in the heroin-infested streets, okay, of Seattle. Anywhere these people run things, it's just total collapse. You can't swing a stick around here without running into one of these ghouls. And again, I feel bad for them, but it's like Vincent Price, the allegory, the last man on earth. He can't do anything. They want to kill him because he's still a man. And they remade it into Omega Man. And you got Charlton Heston. Yeah, and he's there, he's got the cure, and they go, dude, we don't want the cure. And it's just like, you understand? You don't want it, bro. I get it. You want to say you're a Stratton, and you want to sit here on the bones of civilization in a squatting toad-like form, pissing on everything, and trying to pull everything down and obsessing on your children and programs for kids in schools. God, I could see that a mile coming away with your rock band. I mean, just before I even knew who you were yesterday, it's just on the radio, man. Just gotcha. Know who you are. Goblins. Literal vampiric pot-bellied goblins waddling around coming after us. My spirit gets close and goes, ah. And I'm out there riding around town, man, trying to find other humans. But through the wreckage, I see them, and it's getting dark, and they're coming out, and they smell somebody. Fee, fi, fo, fum. The goblin smells the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bed. I know who you are, goblins. You will fall because you already fell. You don't want to be lifted up. You don't want the blood of strength. You want the blood of poison and failure. So fall into your grave. Let civilization move on to the stars. Forget you as our brethren, for you chose your father, the devil. But as for the actors, every disinfo piece they run against us blows up in their face. I didn't know they had actors there. It turns out they did. Same group that Hillary hires. Unbelievable. I just said we should investigate for actors. BuzzFeed ran tens of thousands of dollars of tests on a top California lab. They have the highest standards in California that almost no one can pass. We pass all of it. They then sell. They go, this is the best B12. His is dumb. His is too expensive. This is the best you should buy from us. And they didn't even know it's the brand we buy, which is the best and private label. Of course we know we're being targeted. So we go out and get the highest testing standards. But we don't want to have to double pay for it. We go to the best labs, the best companies, and get top tier. That's what we private label. Most of our products are private label, or we go to the top labs and have them make a specialty product because they're doing all the testing, they got all the certification, and then we discount it. They were selling it for $35, we're selling it for $17.76. Our sales since that happened 2 weeks ago are up 40-something%. God, it's good. So good. So good. So powerful. To see reality and everything you do turn against you by the power of the universe that is good. And as Martin Luther King said, the universe bends towards justice. And I am just so honored, ladies and gentlemen. You know, they sit there and they're such cowards to don't even understand I'm out there in your nest. So I can show you how intolerant and hateful and bad you are and how you can't even speak. But you hate this, see, so you want to get this out of there.
Mm-hmm.
You want to circle me, just like Omega Man. Circle me right there. Just, oh my God, you got your spirit. You're like, dude, you ain't going to help nobody. We ugly, we evil, and we like it. Okay? We're going to revel in it. We're going to do a little goblin dance for you now. And wait till our viewers take this video and edit it together with his goblin dance. We're going to continue today. We're going to go out there and we're going to show you real live fallen people who love their evil, who love their failure, who love their systemic spiritual ugliness. They think they're physically ugly when it's not. And so they embrace the ugliness to believe that that empowers them. But then they've got to pull down everything beautiful and strong and get into the education system and help your children and educate them and teach kids how fun it is. Because see, all these failure groups too, no one wants to follow them. So they've got to be force-fed through the school system. That's what their rock band is. and they've got to be force-fed into your life because, again, death doesn't reproduce. Vampires don't reproduce. They only go out and grab culture, like the big bad wolf does. Little Red Riding Hood off the side of the road, metaphysically. And this guy's just a Renfield, fallen, harmless creature. And again, I don't say all these mean things to be mean. I say it because it's the truth, and the truth is my North Star. But anyways, police department, oh my gosh, they celebrated that you trolled me. And then I just trolled you with this video exposing that you've now responded, and it's all over the news that it was actors, and it's so amazing, and it's all coming out. And they got other events we're going to be watching today where they try to provocateur, and all the numbers show it's blown up in your face. That's why you're so desperate. Why they're openly on TV saying they want to kill President Trump. Trying to organize confidence to do this because you're such failures. So thank you for showing what you're doing. Thank you for failing, trying to plunge the stock market, trying to make people poor so you can have them basically be like you. But it's not succeeding. It's not working. Infowars.com. We have the new site, newswars.com. We've added comments and a lot more to that. Newswars.com. Newswars.com. And that's the bottom line. I'm going to have more live feeds today. And we're going to do some on the specifics. Man who attacked Alex Jones has been discovered. Seattle is obviously an Islamic no-go city. But it's not actually Islamic. It's that they take on the authoritarian aspects of, if you're not on heroin, if you're not a loser, we're gonna.
Right, that's what Islamic people do. They come in. What are you doing here? You can't be here. You have to leave. Leave now. Leave now. And that's what this guy did to him. He's, what are you doing here? Why are you here? You're not wanted here. That's a very tribalistic, bully type of thing, and very fascist. Very fascist. I wish Alex would have said to him when he said, "You're not wanted here." He should have said, "That's a very fascist thing to say." Why did you say that to me?
Attack you because we're not violent. We're the Antifa. We're going to attack you because we know you're good and pro-free speech, and we want to bring people in that bully that and shut that down. And we love the gays being killed. We love them being thrown off the buildings. We love the acid attacks. We love the failed states. We love Obama funding the Arab Spring.
But we
love it because we're weak and we associate power with ISIS and Al-Qaeda.
But they say the opposite.
Infowars.com/show. If you're watching this transmission, we're winning, folks. We're dominating. The videos we put out just yesterday, have over 5 million views.
Wow.
And we're doing it every day. I went and looked at the demographics on all those hundreds of news articles that attacked me. All of them might have gotten the bigger publications, 50,000 readers, 10,000 readers. And all you do, send them to me and the full clip, and then everybody heard about the Barcelona attack and how it was jihad and how there was other attacks and how the left wasn't calling it Islamic. And then, they got wise to that. So they edited the tape of me chasing one guy and then cutting to the goblin attacking me, acting like their viewers weren't dumb, that some 6'3" guy is now a 4'9" guy.
Right.
And so they could then misrepresent. But everybody knows you're actors or you're wannabes. You're make-believe. You see, but seeing the real thing, somebody who's really been in big movies and who now refuses to be in them and pisses on them, oh, that must hurt. That must really hurt to have your icons like Colbert talking about me constantly because they can't destroy me, and they're such frauds and such teleprompter readers, such facsimiles that everyone hates the real thing. That's a fraud, don't you? And I'm here to rally the real people of every color, of every creed who are human against your tyranny. We know collectivism's a nightmare. It only works for tyrants. We know Venezuela's a nightmare. We know North Korea's a nightmare. We know the cities run by the collectivists are hellholes that attract the filth of the earth, the fallen. And we're not on power trips that we're looking down at you and you're so fallen. We know we're fallen too. But on the mountainside, we're up here seeing the stars. We know what humans could do. We want to bring you with us, but you don't. Just like a crab bucket, you catch a bunch of crabs. They don't attack each other until one tries to leave. Then they run over and stop it. You're not leaving. You're staying down here with us. Look at our ugly teeth. Look at our diseased faces. Look, we're blobs. We hate you. We hate America. And we're going to run everything. Nothing can stop us. Your mother does you know what in hell. Well, guess what? Your green pea soup don't scare me. You got that, Jack? We are the future. We are waking up humanity. We are winning. And we are the info war.
Boom. That was good. That was good. Thanks for watching, folks. Please support our channel. Go to patreon.com/notfakenews. If all of our subscribers just donated $1 a month, we wouldn't ever be able to be stopped. They're trying to stop Alex. They're trying to stop us. They're trying to stop everyone that's an alternative news channel. Anyone trying to get the real news out to you is being attacked. I don't even make any money from this at this point right now. I just started the Patreon account because YouTube took all the money away from us pretty much. So we have this Patreon account. If you like Not Fake News and want to keep seeing us around, please go to patreon.com, Not Fake News, and put your money in for a good cause. It's a really good cause. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time at Not Fake News. The reason I'm saying this is he also had someone else walk up to him in Seattle. And the guy walked up and he was really tall and he had a white shirt on and he looked like he was shaking, like he was so angry at Alex, and he was standing and he's like, "What are you doing here? Why are you in Seattle? I mean, what are you doing?" He's like, "This is a free country," he said, Alex said. He goes, "No, what are you doing here? What?" And then he goes, "Well, I'm exposing people like, not like you, but what's going on in the Democratic Party and the deep state and the elites." And the guy goes, "Yeah, well, good luck with that." And he turns around and he has El Parato something USA, something like that, El Parano, and he has a shirt, and it looked, and he just stood there at the light, and it was like a 30-second commercial for this Spanish company.
So people thought, well, it must be true if the media is attacking Alex for it, because he always, ends up being right. I didn't even say that. People went and investigated and found the Craigslist ads, and even Snopes says, well, it's inconclusive. They can't even whitewash it, and they're funded by Soros again on record and spend their money on hookers and all this other weird crap. But the point is that even when they lie about me, it turns out true. And they caught the actual group that's funded by Hillary and that she used for her fake town halls. This is mainstream news.
What?
But it's mainstream news weeks before it happened. They talked about how this group was being hired to create the Antifa and was paying $25 an hour. I mean, this is wild. So I didn't even say that the way they said it. But then people investigated, and now it's all coming down their face, and a major police department has now put out a response. So let's go ahead and go over some of this. This all kicked off a shocking statement that we're going to show you here from the major police department's own Twitter in a moment. But first, I want to give you some background. I said last Saturday, covering in live streams, we have reporters there on the ground, Gavin Winston, Millie Weaver did a great job, that this was probably a real riot going on, but the Democrats and other groups, liberal groups, Southern Poverty Law Center, liberal Jewish groups, and others have been caught even this year staging attacks on synagogues, cemeteries, and things to blame it on Trump. I mean, that's been in the news. We'll show you articles if you want to see it. They then misrepresented that and said that I said actors were there and it was all fake. Never said that. It was just fake quotes they put together. Notice you didn't see any video of that. It was in every newspaper in the country. This is what they do. They deceive. They divide the country. They can't fight real liberals like me, real constitutional, classical liberals, so they just deceive. I didn't know what this kicked off, though, because it caused people to investigate. Because folks know I'm crap. Yesterday, and by the way, this was not staged. I'm doing another video on it later. When this individual, we don't know his real name, he's got a fake name.
Oh, I know his name. It's Stupid Idiot Doofus Loser.
No, and again, I'm there on the street. This guy comes over and attacks me and throws coffee on my face. And MSM lies again and says that I chased him. No, one guy said F you, and I just ran over and said, "Oh, really? Tell me what you think." That guy left. Then this guy said F you. I came over to him. He attacked me, threw coffee in my face. This was not staged. But the Seattle Police Department put out a tweet saying, "Oh, we don't even know it's real. Maybe it's actors making a..."
I'm thinking it was actors from the left who have people follow him around and do things like that. Hello and welcome again to Not Fake News. Don't forget to share, subscribe, smash that like button. Unless you like being lied to. I mean, other than that, then stick around. You might learn something.
Well, a major police department has come out and issued a public statement via
What?
Twitter concerning actors hired by the Democratic Party, Soros's Open Society Foundation, and others for the Charlottesville race riots that happened.
Hold on. So what I was saying this entire week is true? Oh my goodness. My intuition is dead on. I am amazing.
Tragically, 1 week ago today, last Saturday, in Charlottesville, Virginia, they've issued